Venceremos. I am transmitting to you from Sacra Calipas, Aztlán. I am first and foremost a humane being. Not merely a human being, but humane with an E. A humane being has care, concern, and compassion for other living beings, and in a way is a notch above a regular human being who may not have care and compassion, who could just be a two-legged carnivorous animal. So I am first and foremost a humane being. Then I consider myself a Chicano de Aztlán, Aztlan. Think of a Chicano as the hyphen in the term Mexican American. The hyphen. So I want to transmit this to my people, to all people, to the Palladians, to whoever's listening, and keep a sense of humor. So, as a Chicano de Aztlán, I am not a white American. I am not a Native American. And I want to clarify this so that we can have a better understanding of each other and for general discussion. And understand what is understood in a social context as distinct from a DNA root. I live in the USA. It is still a white racist society. Don't be a hater. And here we tend to look at people in terms of our skin color, among other ways. So we can talk about white people, black people, brown people, yellow people. So we can call, say, the Asian of the yellow people. Though, remember, these are just social terms that we use for the sake of discussion. So Asians are not necessarily have a yellow skin, as not all so-called blacks have a black skin. Our browns have a brown skin. Our whites have a white skin. We need to simplify the complex, not complicate the simple. And I believe having a good understanding of certain labels will help us to share with one another and facilitate matters for our general discussion. So, I am not a Native American. I am not Indian. To me, Indians come from India, I-N-D-I-A. So we can say an American Indian, say the American Indian movement. Most people know what you're talking about. I look at the double genocide of U.S. history against African people, during the black slave trade, and then, the horrendous genocide against native indigenous people of North America. So, I myself do not relate to the term American for me. So I am not an American, though I am a U.S. citizen. I'm trying to explain things here, so stay with me. We need to see that we are all of the family of humanity, yet there are differences, and not just in skin color. The greater or lesser concentration of melanin on the skin, the differences in terms of languages, and in terms of cultural heritage. Like, for example, white people do not necessarily have to make a claim about them being white. We see a so-called white person, we go, that dude's white. Though white people go back to their country of origin and consider themselves, say, German, French, British, etc. Same way as many people, say, from Mexico, or the Caribbean, or South America, they can have a self-identity in terms of their country of origin. Being Mexican, being Venezuelan. So, Chicanos are, in a way, an exceptional people. Though Obama has made that word exceptional kind of nasty. In the sense that, you see, we're descendants of the original natives of North America. At one point, we know as the U.S. Southwest now was Mexico. And before then, it was Aztlán. It was native land. See, before there was a white man on these shores. So we need to keep these things in perspective. And I'm just sharing this for just general discussion. I have the right to define myself. So I'm first and foremost a humane being, and I consider myself a Chicano de Aztlán. In a way, Chicanos are kind of like a lost tribe. Some talk about a Chicano nation, which is confusion. Even the claim to nationhood of any people under empire is a false conclusion. To have a nation, you need to control the land and all the institutions thereon. You need to have sovereignty. You need to have control of the state. You need to have your own army, your own police force that is totally under the control of the people of that so-called nation. So remember that power is the dual capacity to, first of all, define phenomena and then change that phenomena in a projected manner. Phenomena being what you can see, hear, smell, taste, touch. So I'm just going to throw this out there like it is. I'm not going to try to make no perfect video. I'm just a poor old man trying to make it through the day without going insane. I'd rather be a poco loco, a little crazy. I like just Beethoven. So this is just for general discussion, so when we use terms. Hispanic is a Nixon era term. I would get offended if someone called me Hispanic. I'd rather have them call me a spick. I am not an Hispanic. Maybe someday we'll get to the point where, you know, words won't even offend us. Remember Lenny Bruce? That's about it for now. I'm not sure how long this is. So remember, this is just for general discussion, in order to explain terms, you know, for general discussion. You know, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a linguist. I'm just a Chicano de Aztlán. Gracias. Venceremos.